Hello there everyone and welcome back to more Total War Warhammer. We had a bit of a build-up episode last time, but we did end off on some very exciting combat, for I have dealt with the assault these goblins have assaulted my territory when I declared war on them, and they have been promptly pushed back. I am really happy for my progress that was done, although it did cost me a valuable storm vermin, which I'm soon going to get replacements for, and I did lose a couple of clan rats. And sadly, I did not bother to replenish some of my troops, and this is kind of a good opportunity to do it, isn't it? If I'm willing to delay another turn. For now, I have access to clan rats with shields, and that pretty much means I think it's time to get rid of these guys. As conveniently, I get a free level up for these guys if I were to go with the higher tier. So why the hell not? I'm just curious. Is there any other bonus to them? Barely more leadership, and a little bit more melee defense, but in all honesty, that's due to the extra level that they're probably getting. Let me compare them with the regular clan rats. Yeah, the shield is given a better melee defense, which is not something I should scoff at. Although, I'm gonna have to keep in mind I am gonna be vulnerable to attack if I do this. Actually, let me just get rid of them afterwards, I think. As I had 5 regular clan rats. I don't have the money anymore, which is something to also keep in mind. So I think I'm okay there. I did buy a bunch of stuff, didn't I? Which explains why I was low on cash. Alright, that makes sense. And otherwise, I'm just waiting for these settlements to build up. And for our dwarf friend to actually get brave, as this is kind of the perfect opportunity for him to actually engage me after all. With me being kind of elsewhere until I get my warlock master to kind of who I'm going to train and condition to deal with the dwarfs on his own. I just need the tech to unlock the range artillery and the ranged units for him. And we also dealt with the counterattack of this army. They are still relatively strong, and I worry that they will replenish over time, whereas I won't get that convenience. And I'm curious. I like to keep the chieftain around, as it's really easy for him to get a fresh army over here. That's what I'm most afraid of, is I'm not going to be able to deal whatever they send my way if I were to continue with the siege. How long exactly do I have to wait till I at least get my stuff built? Alright, 2 turns. I'm fine with that. Maybe I can take this keep and replenish before they can rally on me, as I'm hoping they can't reach me. Well, they could make a move towards me, but that'll leave the settlement vulnerable, which they might second guess on. I don't know what I'm going to do with my assassin though, aside for just keep an eye on them, really. If I were completely honest, that's probably the best use for them. So that way I can know the moment they move on out, even though technically if they do move, I'll see them along the border regardless. So it's probably not as helpful as I make it sound. Otherwise, you're sieging, Queek is rallying, and I do have an assassin over here, which I think I hop you out in all honesty, as I should not need you with Queek, so you can continue doing what you're good at. Which ideally is just keep an eye on this settlement over here and maybe weakening any forces that might try and get bold. And I don't think there's anything else I could do. I just need the money. We are making our way to Krasik 8 Peak, which unlocks something for me. I'm just not sure what. United against us. Have been fight by our enemies, Skullcrags, to fight against us. Interesting. They are pretty damn formidable. I am likely going to have to fall back, and it's another reason why I want my assassin up there to kind of scout out. I know they're somewhere up here near Krasik 8 Peak, so I can't stay too long. I'm likely going to have to fall back. But what I want to deal with you, there's a chance to wound you. It does burn some money though. And it was not worth it, sadly. But we can move Queek up. Get ready to assault these guys, as they are kind of replenishing right now. I might not be able to deal with them. But I do have a lot of clan rats with shields, which are going to be pretty good, at least against their arrow boys.
I have eaten many
My conquest of this northern region is going to be on hold if they get any more troops. But I could still technically take them on, could I? I just have to attack them next turn, though. Which I kind of regret not having my assassin with the group now, to be honest. Either way, I can't build anything here. I'll have that built in a turn. I can upgrade my layers here. It's an honest question, what are my priorities? As I do want to get my Warlock mastered, although that hurts my income a bit. But I think this is a good time to actually start getting them finally. Especially since the weapon burrow is about to finish. And what does this unlock? The catapults, I think. Catapults and Gatling gunners. Nope, just Warlock engineer and the catapults. But I do have access to Rattling gunners, which are pretty good, and they have armor piercing. Actually, I already have the construction caverns, so I can get the catapults. So I think it's worth getting the Lord now, the Warlock Master. Let's see, 5 to 10. You're going to potentially be maxed out. I like the leadership, but I don't care about the melee attack if I'm going to go range focused. Ambush success chance could be fun, I suppose. And I'm curious how much this will increase my upkeep. I'm just wondering. Okay, 372. I'm curious if that will just go up to 657 or if it's literally going to go up to like 1,000 upkeep. That's what I'm really curious about here. Okay, it was neater basically for the moment. Alright, and I can get regiment around with it, but I can honestly get them at any time. So there are a lot of tools there. Let's focus on the gunners and the catapults. Where are my gunners? Oh, it's not built yet. Let's keep that in mind. It's going to take 2 turns for me to get the catapults, which, again, I need to check them. Anti-infantry and their armor piercing. I don't think I want a third one, though, with that said. They're not armor piercing, the warp fire throwers, so I don't want them. And this would be a good opportunity to get some clan rats as a buffer. Probably, I do need something like Storm Vermin to serve as more resilient type of buffer, but without a doubt I'm going to need clan rats. Without a doubt, to kind of protect my firing line. I just don't know what this army is ultimately going to look like, with that said. The only caveat there. Now, who else needs to move? One more turn, I think, and you can siege and then replenish. And I hope the odds will be really good in your advantage. And I can't reinforce while besieging them, alas. Try as I might. The goblins are never going to learn, are they? Although, this is still going to be a little more dangerous because they did replenish a lot of troops. Let's not get too complacent, as I don't have a max stack at the moment. But what is the army exactly consist of? They only have 3 black orcs. Keep in mind, half of them are going to be reinforcing late to the party, which is going to be a big deal. Trolls, chariots. As opposed to 5 black orcs, I think I'm okay. They just have more tougher, yeah, orc boys here, which seem like they're more damage dealers than kind of like tanky units anyway. They have a good number of chariots, which, in theory, I could do a lot of damage to. And upon realization that, yeah, most of their chariots aren't really faster than my Night Runners and Gunner Runners. It's just the Goblin Wolf chariots I need to be very careful of. And you are different too. I need a lot of spears, which I do thankfully have some spears, and I still have my Council Guard with the halberds, which honestly would be really good against this army. They're probably going to get overwhelmed is the bad thing. They have wizards, but they are going to be late to the party as well. I am wondering how to best handle this. Well,
Time for things to die.
I think I can wait until I actually get into the battle to see.
Gouter is ready.
But I think we deduce Queek is going to deal specifically with the Black Orcs, and when an opportunity presents itself, go after the Lords. I think that's a really good use for him, as he can't really chase down the cavalry very well. Never mind the fact that they're large. No, we're going to fight this.
Battle fight, yes, yes.
We're going to fight this Queek, and we're going to somehow win this, although I should have done a quick save. It would be a good habit to do that. If I can manage the chariots, I should be able to clean up the rest. It's the chariots that are kind of an unknown to me. But the more victories we can get, the more glorious my campaign will be. This is exactly what I want, even if I am a little bit afraid that this could go badly. And because I have Warp Lightning Swords, I kind of want to deploy over here. Take advantage of the high ground as much as I can. I just, again, need to be mindful of positioning. Are these trees kind of in the way? They kind of are. So when I deploy my troops, I kind of want to move them forward some. But I have clan rats with shields. They're going to help with durability and give me a stronger front line. Spears are going to be opportunistic, as well as the council guard, but they're going to be more in the middle. Because you never know where the chariots are going to be after all. I would have liked the assassin. I kind of regret not having the assassin in the group, but that's okay. The damage dealer, the plague monks, I think they're going to try flanking on the side. And rat ogres are going to do the same. But I think really the more they're going to counter-charge any boar boys. And maybe go after any chariots that rush in there and, if I can, surround them. If I could be so lucky. Storm Vermin, you're going to be valuable as a frontline buffer. But most importantly, I think I want you to just protect the Warp Lightning for when things start breaking. And Plague Monk, without a doubt, is going to be invaluable here. But they have their own wizards to bring to this fight, and I will have to honestly pay attention to where their wizards are, and let alone when they're using spells, as I have not been doing a good job paying attention to that. Now let's finalize this formation a bit, as I don't need to be this far back after all. But again, I am going to have to likely move forward to kind of give myself more space for my Warp Lightning. But if they can do some good damage to the chariots, I am laughing. I am in a good place if they can weaken them. Again, they come to me. I want the wolf chariots ideally. I don't think I care about the Snotling pump wagons, as they kind of go the same speed as my units. And otherwise, just wait for them to make the first move. Ideally, while keeping these guys going, they are spiders, they are range units, I gotta keep that in mind. And these guys are supposed to be good at dodging. We'll hold them to that. We'll see how the chariots go. We're dealing with the wolf spiders pretty well. Actually, yeah, just run these guys down. Seems like a good plan. It's 2 against 1. Maybe not the best coverage, though. Only downside there, but we are wrecking the chariots pretty well. Come on, just hold your ground, brace. And I have menace from below, let's keep that in mind. And we crush them nicely. Okay, there's our lord. Clan rats, you deal with that. Snotling pump wagons. Actually, they're just crippling these things, so let's kill them off. Now that we're in the fight, I want to ruin these things' day, although that was a bad angle. Orc biggins, let's deal with them. Uh-oh, here comes company. Disengage with them. You run, you're getting swarmed right now, and we'll protect you with that said. Poor boys are giving you a bit of trouble. Come on, rat ogres, you can run. Now, continue doing damage. Get the plague monks in there now, as they are getting crippled right now. Come on, keep running, please. There's a reason why I want you over here. Now deal with the black orcs. Where are my council guard? They would be good for this. Go support. Now I need to keep reinforcing my front. And keep an eye on debuffing these guys. Queek's gonna help there, and then we're gonna clean up this wreck here. Speaking of which, where can I use Plague? That's probably not a very good use of Plague, I will be honest, but I had a surplus of mana. Up. Warp Lightning Throwers are kind of going AWOL since they were focused on the wrong target, sadly. We're crushing the cavalry, that's fine. Now we have ourselves a nice flanking opportunity here. Yeah, once they're dealt with... Now crush the Spider Riders, please. We're still not done, though. Let's be mindful of that. There's a lot of work to be done. We have rat ogres to kind of crush people with. I just don't know who exactly I can go after. Because I'm trying to figure out the angles for, like, a... Was it hammer and anvil attack, basically, on these black orcs. As they are armor piercing, they would be pretty good against them. Plague Priest, you back off there. Clan Rats back off. Black Orcs are still hanging in there, sadly. Halberds are doing fine, but they need to support. Right, Black Orcs just broke. That is fine there. Let's get everything grouped up. Where are my warp fire? They kind of broke or they got destroyed. Damn it. That would really suck if I lost my warp lightning swords because of that. Of not paying attention to what they were targeting. And I don't know what I want to prioritize, really. That's a bit of a problem. Where I can get the most out of my spells. As firing on a cherry probably was not very good there. Now rat ogres get running there. We'll see about killing off the bosses and everything. I am taking a lot of damage here. While my warp lightnings are still alive, they just lost all their crew, I think, is a bit of the problem. Actually, this is my biggest threat right now, so if I can shock them, bring them down, that'd be great. Where are my halberds, with that said? Enemy lord is dead, I like that. The morale's gonna suffer heavily for that. They are debuffed, that's fine.
We obey.
Crush the goblins. Rat ogres are demolishing the black orcs right now. I don't know if that's really a good choice for them, but it's working.
Quick head taker.
Now, is there any more lords to fight?
Die, die.
Yeah, I think Quick just stays here and fight, and I haven't really been using his spells, to be honest. A bit of a mistake. In all honesty, though, he hasn't really needed it, but killing things faster is always a good choice, right?
Fight seek.
Alright, they're rallied, or they're broken.
Council's command.
Clan rats are doing well here.
We obey.
And I want to buff them to kind of just slow down, causing damage.
Spell of plague.
Now it's time to head on over and deal with this war boss, I think. As hopefully these guys are crushing the war bosses. Rat ogres, you go over there and provide a buffer for Queek as he goes after the main prey.
Back on the ground. Spell of plague.
And I forgot about my arcane focus, silly me. Debuff their lord and kill him quickly. As black orcs are dying, we still have one more mess below to kind of deal with these trolls.
Ready, ready. Quick, quick.
If I can attack them properly, that is. Rat ogres are getting crushed. But we are winning this fight, I just gotta rally everything.
Agree, Rick.
Alright, you're shattered, that's fine. Another nice victory. I don't know how costly it was, especially with my Warp Lightning Sword going AWOL on me. I need to babysit it a little bit more, as I'm not really accounting for when they flee and run away after all. But it is alive, it was just the crew that was crippled. Although, am I really in a good position to kind of take down the settlement now, with that said? That's a bit of the problem. But since they attacked me on their turn, I could easily back up into my border and replenish that way. So arguably it's not really a bad thing, and I did lose my plague monks completely, dang it. I hope they at least... they were about equal there. Storm Vermin did well. Regular Storm Vermin did well. Warp Lightning, even though they kind of gone AWOL, definitely paid for themselves, and so did the Rat Ogres almost. Pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Even the clan rats with shields paid for themselves 2 times over. Good God. And everyone is definitely carried.
Run things.
Almost everyone
Get
deserves
off. Quick comes.
deserves praise.
Kill slave things. Yes, yes.
And I want more money, because I'm probably not going to be able to follow up on replenishing. I don't think I'll be able to attack their settlement, will I? Because they still got both their armies after all. It's sadly becoming a bit of a game of cat and mouse there, but I'm continuing to get stronger. Kazakh Azul. Well, I'm not going to be up there anytime soon. I did kill one of... no, that was one of their heroes, alas. But I did kill a lord. That is still a big deal. In this game of attrition, they're still going to lose, but I don't have the means to fight them, sadly, or follow up. It's a bit of a problem. I need to be more efficient at killing them if I really want to crush them. And I do want Crimson Guard as well, since I'm going to start getting some Storm Vermin, I think. Especially as we get more wealth to kind of replace my clan rats. Although, we're going to rapidly get to a point where I'm no longer a true Skaven army for multiplayer. But so long as the enemies, all the other factions can provide a very tough competition for me, we should still get a good experience there, I'm hoping. I am hoping. Either way. Can I assassinate you? There's a good chance of it. At least wounding you. You are wounded. Causes fear fighting orcs. And I need to take this settlement quickly, which is going to be tricky with rat ogres. And I don't like you snooping on me. Go away, please. Critical success. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I should honestly get some of these eventually, but we're worried about getting them the main stuff, because I can't remember if max level is 30 or 40. And I probably want to get this stuff in case he goes after a lord or hero. And defenses aren't really what I want for his kind of playstyle anyway. Now, what can I construct? Because can I build another one? No, I can't. I can only get the one, alas. And again, the plan is to just try and get more money. Ideally, and increased garrisons certainly doesn't hurt. Increases untainted, that burns a lot of money though. I'll hold off on that for a bit. Lamia will increase your wealth because that further gets augmented. And I have means for the rattling gunners now, don't I? What else do I have? Poison globadiers, which are armor piercing. A lot of good range opportunities. It's just a question of what's different between the gunners and the globadiers. That's what I need to keep in mind. Range for the gunners, more damage. So it does beg the question, why take the globadiers then? They are cheaper. I am curious, let me have a look. Reduces speed, which sounds really nice too. I probably want to get 3 of you for that alone. Gotta be mindful of the... Yeah, and also the poison effect stacks, doesn't it? If I poison them and then suppress them... Oh, damage over time, never mind. I thought that was actual poison effect that slows them. If I could get something that actually did that, that would be great, to kind of stack the slow effects and the bombing. Ideally. That burns a lot of my money. We got a fairly sizable army at that said. And then we'll have to see what my income looks like for his squad. As I have big plans for them, it's just really heavy on range weaponry at the moment with 6 units for that are range and only 4 buffer units that are arguably not very good buffer units. That's something I'm going to have to work on, which hopefully can be remedied pretty soon. Yeah, in 2 turns I'll be able to get Storm Vermin from here. Having 1 or 2 of them will be great, and a couple extra clan rats. And then it's just figuring out how to round it out, ideally. Now, again, I like money. It's just a question on getting the most income, as I'm going to save on these kind of special buildings for a bit. As there's not really a need to rush. I could benefit from more food. That'll take the rest of my cash, though. Now, I am currently sieging. Let's keep that in mind. Queek is replenishing. Sadly, that just means this is going to be a stalemate, a 2-1 fight. But Queek can replenish as well. I won't get Storm, Vermin, or Plague Priest. I'm wondering what else would be good. In all honesty, the Warp Lightning Sword was terrible for Queek, but it gives me something to kind of force him to come to me, and apparently my recruitment's already maxed out. So Queek can't benefit off that at the moment. Which is fine. I'm learning something new there. This will be scary, but we can force a victory here, and then I can replenish relatively well once it's crushed. And I'm nearly maxed out on food still, so let's benefit with a couple of meds from below. What does that put me at percentage-wise? Well, it doesn't want to tell me because that's where I'm currently at.
Get out of my way!
Alright. We should be good still, I just gotta be very mindful of health, and In all honesty, I think I want some of these to get killed off, because then I think it allows for me to get higher trained troops as a result when I get back to recover or replenish. I don't have any siege weapons here, although I think the rat ogres technically could bust down the wall. They have a small territory too, which I'm fine with. Rat ogres sadly are going to be stuck waiting back until the walls are breached.
Spears.
And I gotta keep tabs.
Come on.
I would like to put my strong units on here though. How do I do that? Well, I don't really have any strong units. This may have been a terrible idea,
I'll tail yours.
which means I'm gonna have to engage from one area and brute force it. I'm gonna lose a lot of troops here, it's gonna feel like.
Council's
But
command.
I think we can make it work. And the rat ogres are just gonna hang back until the wall's breached, ideally. I don't know how far back they technically need to be, but
Bloody whiskers.
they will hang back.
Clan chieftain.
And where are my strongest melee units?
Tails.
Right there in the middle. I kind of don't want them to get surrounded, so I think we start on a flank and work our way up.
Tails sessions.
And at the very least, these units will also soak a lot of the damage for me.
Tails sessions. Ready, ready.
And again, I need to bust down the wall.
What orders?
Or the gate, rather.
What orders?
Come on, select them for me, please.
What?
I probably could scroll box, but I don't like that, especially with tight formations, as I've learned terrible lessons from playing Iron Harvest with trying to box select, dang it. And it's probably good to try and single target on occasions. It's just a question of what I'm supposed to click on. Probably the banner is what I'm thinking. Now, let's give this a try. And I'll have clan rats, so I don't really need to do anything besides take the hits. And hopefully the clan rats will help me out.
Tails sessions. Clan rats. Stephen, yes. Yes, Master Lord.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Good, Master.
I never grouped them to be fair, that's part of the problem.
As Master desires. Agreed. Yes. For the famine tide.
Now, gonna be messy without a doubt.
Quick!
But so long as they stay out of cover, we're golden, and the rat ogres are still at risk. No matter what. They are not safe. So rat ogres, just get on up there as quickly as you can, I guess, and if possible, start busting down this door. The odds are in my favor. I just need to breach this, and then the slingers can have fun up top. And just summon units. And actually, where... Let me group these guys. I'm doing a terrible job grouping my units, aren't I?
Where the things? Mosquito!
Alright guys, go in there and start surrounding them. And see what you can do. And if we can cripple the Lord, that'd be great.
Our tails yours. At once.
Can you bust down the wall? You're not busting it down at the moment, which is fine. Because battering ram's gonna do that pretty soon too.
Warblock loaded.
I cannot use Death Frenzy. Oh, it's because it's not set to AoE at the moment. I keep forgetting that's like a single target thing by default.
Yes,
Units are being wiped out. I've kind of accepted that, if I'm honest.
Scupper.
But I can replenish pretty quickly.
Clan rats.
Now fight them, surround them, murder them. secure the gate. And rat ogres, you just do what you do best. Take the gate. Take the point. You should be able to do that pretty well. And we should be able to kill the big boss pretty well too. Oh, did my engineer die? I actually lost my warlock engineer. That was not at all expected. Well. There's probably a reason why I should have kept him on the low ground. We still got this though, but losing that wizard is going to be felt. And meanwhile, yeah, just kill off the Lord, get him off the point, and we can steal the victory, or at least steal the city from them. And I need to get these guys up top to kind of help, ideally. It's going to be a costly fight, but it's going to be hopefully worth it if I can get them reinforced. Their Lord is gone. We're stealing the point. We've stolen the point from them. Although, it doesn't mean much, sadly, for my rat ogres. As they can't really do a whole lot at the moment. Yeah, you can continue to flee. That's alright. I knew this was going to be a costly fight. Which I think is going to be more enjoyable regardless. Oh, slingers are getting wrecked. They are decent melee combatants, but I don't think they were meant for fighting this. Now, crush the orc biggins. Victory should be nearly ours. Yeah, and if you can abandon, drop siege equipment. There we go. And if you could get up there and help as well, that'd be great. All my clan rats are basically gone. It's just the rat ogres. And okay, clean up anything that's come in to try and get this point back. Let them come to you. Yeah, Stronghold will soon be mine. Perfect. They have no choice but to get back down. And now they're all breaking. Definitely a costly fight just in losing the Warlock alone. I'm gonna have to get a new leveled up one. That is unfortunate. I think the big mistake what happened there is I had him deploy in one of the middle type of platforms as opposed to the ones on the flank. And as a result, when my clan rats start dying, he was the only one there to take the hits. But almost all my units survived outside that, if only just barely. Oh, never mind, they're all dead. It looked like they still had health, but I'm completely wrong. I should have leveled that up to be fair. Unfortunate, but it is the cost of war. And I think I prefer this a little bit more than just death balling, as I kind of hit that before. Now let's continue buffing up. I am going to need to reinforce. And it's going to take a little bit of time to do, and I don't really get very many levels on my troops. But without doubt, I need clan rats. Clan rats and a little bit of everything, basically. I did lose a Night Runner squad. And hope I'll get myself another Warlock pretty soon. So start with the clan rats. More pricey. How much more pricey, though, is what I'm honestly curious about. And it does not want to tell me. But the upkeep is generally the same. Still a good victory. I'll get my troops replenished. And currently, all the armies over on the right there were weak. So I don't have to worry too much there. I really just want to armor up some more. This gives me another 5 points to my defense. Which, so long as he stays above half health, he's kind of protecting my lord. And I'm okay with that. Otherwise, Queek, you're just going to replenish. That was the plan. I could theoretically buy a Regiment of Renown for you. Doomflayers seem like a must. And pretty soon I'm going to get a regular Doomflayers with them. So I'm not against getting them now. Especially when I have room for them. I'll worry about the census bears later to include to the army. Although, I did lose my plague monks and you would be an amazing alternative. I won't lie. But this is going to hit my upkeep hard, let's be serious. And then we'll see about what other regiments of renown I can use for my other armies.
Many, many years to come.
I want to say that was an effective turn. Burnt a little bit of food. But that should go back up in the next few turns, hopefully. So, let's see. Steel technology, that's fine. They're raiding. Yeah, they're raiding this settlement over here at the moment. Is what it looks like. Taking money from me to get. I need another turn for garrisoning. They are pretty weakened, and I would like to continue to weaken them. 18%, wow. How the hell is that so low?
Many kills today.
Interesting. Very interesting. That I was not expecting the slaves there. Alright, so let's just embed you in the army to kind of help with replenishment some. And that will get me in good... Yeah, get me well recovered. And then otherwise, let's fill out our roster with one more unit. Who would be a good additional unit to get? Well, another clan rat would be good. Do I have access to storm vermin? Not yet. I don't see them yet, though. I have to wait one more turn. Which I don't think I'm going to wait another turn. Which is fine. More shields. More fodder, and that will be good there for Queek for the time being. And I still get plenty of income coming in. I think we're good.
I am warlord.
Now it's just a question. Actually, I can't get my hero up here, can I? In all honesty, I can only get my warlock engineer over here, can I? Do I want another warlock engineer, is the honest truth? Well, I can't get sorcerers at the moment since I kind of demolished my pox cauldron. So that answers my question there. Who would be the best kind of warlock? Probably the one with mobility, in all honesty.
The doom comes.
He will need to be trained up to learn his spells again, but we got a replacement at least. Thank you for your services. And dwarves are still boring. They'll be dealt with soon enough. In all honesty, I should get this great scheme of doom. I could have gotten an extra warlock engineer. This will cost a little bit of money, but this is a good opportunity for it. I just need to be confident I can actually take him out, though. And we get more tech and options here. Now, it's a question of what sort of tech do I get? As Lamia kind of has access to everything I really want. Pretty much, I'm just going to have to figure out what I'm not going to get. Which probably would be the Night Runners or hit the lair. Eventually go that route. Maybe get another clan armory, as it does increase my capacity for lords. Although, getting the other ones for other heroes are probably ideal. Probably eventually build up towards the laboratory. Again, I don't care about the Hell Pit Abomination, but at least it's an option. And I definitely want to get probably these two structures, don't I? Public order, faction-wide, local, yeah, recruit rank or lower recruit rank. That could be useful. Hero recruit rank. I think that's local though. There is use for that, and another thing I need to keep in mind is research too. Pox Cauldron I'll unlock pretty soon. Yeah, I unlock tech with the lair, so I should seriously consider building it up. And it won't let me build it because I already have one. No, I don't have the money. Alright. So I think I want to get the generator. A bell will be nice. I like to think it would be nice anyway. Generator without a doubt for a bit more income. And then I'll see about demolishing this and start working on getting a proper lair, or yeah, assassin hideout basically for the main settlement. And how about down here? I don't have the money for anything, which is fine. I still have pretty good upkeep. I just need to continue building up though. You are going to be replenishing. I don't know what kind of garrison we have currently on this settlement.
All tales are mine.
I would like to kill those cursed lords or heroes. If I were to be honest, I don't have the money for it anyway. So who am I kidding?
Stink of command.
Pretty weak garrison. Not a lot of troops to worry about, but I think I'm okay. Even though I don't think I can see what Krasika's Gaul has for a threat for military. Although, can I check what their treasury is? It does show it on the turn order, if they're low on funds or not, but it doesn't want to show it here. They did drop down in rank, and so did I drop down in notable rank apparently. Even though I got a third army, I'm still weaker than I was before, apparently. Either way, let's give this another turn or two. You are... Oh, that's the Doom Engineer I just got. Okay.
Trust him for now.
He apparently cannot level up at all. From what I'm seeing here.
Too weak to betray.
And he has... Yeah, he's a one-time use kind of thing. I know what I want to do with you, it's just a question, can I do what's required? As I want to demolish this dwarven settlement. But with two armies of heavily armored dwarves, they are generic dwarves, so I do kind of arguably have a nice tech advantage against them. I don't know how tiered most of them are, but let me have a look at their settlement. That would help. They are leveling up though, but let's see. Monument of Grimnir. They can get Slayers, but they don't have any Slayers. That's the one benefit there. They can get what? I can't see what their tech tree is, sadly. But they're missing out on some of their key structures or benefits. There's just a lot of troops. A lot of troops. I don't think one army alone is going to be able to take him out, but if I can do what I did before and just trick him to come to me, that would be a good compromise. A good way to start. Convenient. I don't know how I feel about this without my engineers, sadly. But ambushing him is great. It just, sadly, it doesn't look like I'm going to have my garrison join me for this. This is not going to be an easy fight because I have quite literally no buffer. It's going to be cavalry and rat ogres. Yeah, chariots and rat ogres. And then both our armies are kind of the same, let's be honest. They have no buffer either. This is just going to be an amusing fight. I am not against it at all, though. It's going to be a little bit different because it's an underway battle, but if they lose, then they can't retreat, I think.
Warlord.
And my chieftain is going to go into
For the vermin's hide.
defend for himself pretty soon with how low health he is. This is going to be an interesting fight. I just wish I had my warlock. It was my own stupid error that caused that, to be fair. Actually, I want the rat ogres to just kind of be able to avoid the rest of my units.
Warlord.
Now, what kind of buff is that? Was that the one buffing my lord? Loyal Guardian, yep. And they're just waiting for us, which is fine. Pump wagon, goblin chariots.
Now, ready now.
I'm just wondering how to best use my rat ogres. Probably going after the pump wagons is probably the best I could think of. Yeah, just get on going.
Night runners.
And I think I gotta be mindful. These things go faster than me. At least the goblin chariots. Which is probably what I focus on with the rat ogres, to be honest.
Sneak, sneak.
And menace below is going to be important here. It's going to distract them perfectly. And they're firing spells because it is a warlock or shaman, I think.
Hey, stabber.
Yep, they have the spells, but they aren't much of a combat fighter at least.
Night runners.
If that distracts them long enough, then I will happily take it.
Retreat, retreat.
Gotta be mindful, I am getting shot at though. Crush the pump wagons and do it quickly. Pump wagon's gone. Clan rats did their thing.
Warlord.
Now, I can outrun almost all of them outside the other pump wagon.
Prepare to die hard.
I have more clan rats to distract them, which is fine.
Good orders.
And I kind of want to go after the shaman, but now they're going to have support.
Move, move.
And the chariots are my biggest threat, I feel like. And that kind of burnt their fanatics, which I think is really good use out of them. If I were to be serious.
Onward, fool.
And he is mounted, I just noticed the shaman, so there's not really going to be much of a way I can chase him down.
Back in the cloud.
Alright, rat ogres back off. Get ready for another charge.
Warlord.
And try to get ready to finish them off, ideally. Especially the pump wagons.
Night runners.
And actually go after the archers. More menace below will be great.
Hornet one protects.
And I don't think I have really good armor piercing, though. And clan rats have been wiped out, that's fine. More fanatics wasted, I'm fine with that. They are kind of going after my snotlings, which they expire before then, good. Alright, run off and get ready for another cycle charge. Actually, just finish off this pump wagon that's just about screwed. I don't think you can keep up with it, though. But it is retreating, which is fine.
Nice kill.
Gonna have a hard time hunting them down because of their mobility, but we are winning.
Slice dice.
Which is good enough for me. Just gotta make sure my lord and everyone are
Submit to me, me.
getting into the fight. And I don't know how much time it takes before I get my charge animation for the charge bonus, but pump wagon's getting wrecked. I have one more Squad of clan rats, which are going to be good use here. Arrow boys are gone. Now let's get the ogres out and just rushing the chariots as best I can. Might need to spread them out a bit to go after said pump wagons. Or at least the remaining units. Like this pump wagon I want to show off. Show it the door, as it were. Actually, just go after the Lord. If possible. As they're shattered, they're broken, that's fine. Gotta be careful about hurting myself, but... there, victory. A bit of a weird battle. I don't know how I'm gonna log this for learning, but considering we intercepted them, that means they're completely wiped out. Which is definitely a big deal. A big blow to the Goblin army. I will happily take it. My units are all relatively good standing as well. We definitely did far more damage to them than they did to us. The silly gits. Thinking they can sneak past me and my little rats. They should have known better. There, I am happy with that exchange. I just wish again I had my spellcaster. Reduces charge speed and spell bonus, which is kind of nice. It's a constant effect, and it's disabled when I'm in melee. Not all that effective. I wonder how to best utilize that, I wonder. It's because spears shouldn't need it after all. Since if I'm using spearmen properly, they already negate the charge bonus.
Trust him for now.
Continue with the bonded service. We'll continue with looting later, once you have a proper army. And now we have some proper clan rats to join them. And I did lose my regiment of renown, and apparently they replenish after a certain amount of turns. I thought they were just a one-off deal. There's my storm vermin. I am without doubt going to want some of them. The question is what kind of storm vermin. As I already got the chieftain kind of as my bodyguard, so I don't need storm vermin for that role. And I have a lot of other options available to me. I still have my slingers. Catapults could be good for you. I already got multiple rat ogres, so I don't have to worry about the shock troopers as much. And it's going to take 4 turns to get the storm vermin. But I like the idea of having a dedicated anti-large unit, and that way I don't have to rely as much on spears. It is burning a lot of my income, I'm noticing now, so that's the only storm vermin I'm going to get for the time being. Suspiciously loyal. At least he'll help keep my lord in line, is the one main benefit of this. And it gives my lord a ward save. Paranoid Defender can be good for defending against ambushes and all that. And Bred Leader for leadership. I like this route quite a bit. Although there's still much work to be done, and I am going to be starved on money quite a bit. But you are now recruited. You have no real spells, sadly, which is going to be a bit of a problem. And we have more units to get for you, which means no regiment of renown for now at the moment. But I do still want a maxed out army. The problem is if I do max you out, I'm not going to have room, or I'm going to have almost no upkeep. I'm going to have to play this very smartly. I want extra gunner though. That will put me at, what is it, 1300 about? I talked about having proper buffer units as opposed to clan rats, so I would like to get 2 more of them. And since I'm already recruiting halberds, that's going to be tricky. And then more clan rats for good measure. This will take a couple turns. You'll be almost maxed out, but that's going to take my entire upkeep.
I, mighty warrior champion.
And I think we're ready to start moving on up. Actually, I can move I could do half my movement and still garrison. It's going to be a slow process, but considering how close you are to maxing out, I'm fine with that.
Make camp list.
And then let me just check everyone else. Assassin there. And then my Doom Engineer, who is also hurting my upkeep. I may have rushed getting him, as I'm not going to be able to benefit from his explosion very quickly. Arguably. But I do want to take out these dwarves. At least have him dedicated to that. I just need a lot of ranged weaponry to do it. Well, we have company. We have company now. We have Grimgore just surrounding us right now. And I can't really fight them off. Now what happens if I sprint? I can't disable. Retreat will be impossible. This is gonna suck.
No tunnel.
But I can tunnel down here, which is a good compromise, but we're gonna have to play the long con, I guess. Because the dang goblins were scared and they had to call in their allies. Wusses. Oh well. Underway interception. There is a good chance for me to still win this battle, though, at least. But it's definitely getting more and more tense. And I need more menace below to help with this. And that will drop my food some. But if we get victory, this will be good. Oh, this is the stance. I was wondering if there was anything else. Hero experience. Alright, I think we can win this. What is the army looking like? A wizard, three wizards, so that's a bit overkill for them. And I'm trusting the AI can't really cheat with their magic regeneration, but if I had my warlock, this would be so much better. But crippling one of them will help a ton, although they do have regiment cavalry. That is going to be the scary part, but they don't have much in fodder units. They are tough units, though. Savage orcs, a couple of goblins. Arrow boys, they are pretty scary, actually. Menace below should help a ton. I just gotta watch for that spells. Watch for their magic somehow. Can we continue with these victories? As I'm sadly gonna have to abandon the settlement. And Queek might not be able to deal or capture that settlement for me either. Depending on where they go the next turn. I have pretty weak fodder. I have the vanguards. Let's keep in mind, I did not really use them all that well. But I need to have a look at what their speed is like before I can take advantage of that. As I don't think my Night Runners can take advantage of that the best. And Rat Ogres, I want you on the side here. Preferably on both sides, so let's have you in separate groups. With that said, make that a little bit easier. Now was it Control A for all? See, Boar Boys. Yeah, they're fast. So let's just go after what we can get free damage in. We'll worry about the Boar Boys and everything else later. I want to cripple and get what free damage I can. And the more time I could do doing the damage, it's... I want to attack whatever is... whatever I could do the most damage to. Goblins are not a threat. I would like to go after the Savage Boys, the Savage Orcs, as I think they have less armor. Biggins are a little more durable, though.
Quick, quick.
Now, can we go after the Moon Howlers? That would be great.
Great, great. Yeah. Murder, kill, kill.
Can we do some damage? That would be nice.
Attack, charge.
Not doing enough damage, sadly, but I am shocking them. Yeah, just get these guys backdooring, ideally.
Stay things.
Get these guys out, please. I would like them to stay alive. And these are the Savage Boys, but they don't have armor or can't really deal with monstrous infantry the best. Which is kind of what I'm gambling on a little bit.
Rocket charges.
And if I could deal with the Regiment of Renown, that'd be great. Hope we're getting surrounded here. See what kind of damage we could do here.
Night runners.
As they are continuing to cast spells, which are causing problems. They have 3 lords, but
Retreat. Escape forward.
get these guys back up. And sadly, the goblins are doing well. I need the back door somehow.
Rick-a-rack. Onwards.
And Savage Orcs are about to get a beating.
What orders?
Get my lord out, get them to safety somehow.
Stab maim.
Savage Orcs are about to die. But so are my rat ogres, to be fair. It's probably not a worthwhile trade, so let's get after the arrow boys.
Clan rats.
Rat ogres are fleeing, sadly.
Great claps. CC. Move, run. Yes, yes, move.
Come on, get back there. We are still losing, sadly.
Tonic.
Yeah, my rats are now fleeing off entirely.
Warlord. Kill them.
I want to believe this is still possible, I just wish I had Spellcaster, dang it.
Rocket-a-tay,
Now I'm suffering the consequences of not having
move tail.
my
Charge.
dang warlock. One little mistake is costing me quite a bit here. Why can't you target the boys?
Warlord.
And why is my warlord taking so long? They've been crushed. They've been defeated. There goes that entire army. A lot of notable damage to the Regiment of Renown and all that, but that does not help me. I was hoping to escape, and there was a chance there to get victory. I just didn't have the spells, boo. And I think everyone's gonna die, or are they just wounded? Close defeat. Everyone's been crushed because of that gambit. Both of them were killed in battle. It did not pay off, sadly.
Get out me head.
So things are going to get interesting now.
Need more trophies. Yes, yes.
And sadly, I don't think Queek is in a position
Sneak. Yes, yes.
to take the settlement just yet, huh? They are a turn away, though. we could maybe get something out of this. And what are the Khemri up to? They're basically at war with everyone, including Grimgore. How can you say I'm not worthy? We're basically having defensive alliance pacts and everything with each other. But
Warlock Master of Scryer.
now I have money. Let's see, 2 Storm Vermin for the front line. Good amount of weaponry. I really do want to get another catapult. Do I have enough infantry to kind of help buffer, though? Is what I'm concerned about. I think getting some gun runners and night runners might not be terrible to kind of round out this group. And if I move... No, I can't move. It won't let me. And I don't think I want to do global. Well, I'm not garrison at the moment. And again, I have money to spare. So let me get the Teeth Breaker. What's unique about them, though? Let me just compare. More damage. And they have this ability too. Concealment bombs, okay. Maybe not all that exciting. But I have the cash to burn now. And I can't get them anytime soon.
Read Warp Scroll.
Okay. We are in a bit of an odd spot now. And I already know the dwarves aren't going to do crap, so let's go over and start scouting over on the left here. And see about possibly getting Under Empire established. Speaking of which, can you actually do that? Oh, you can establish a laboratory. Oh, it will kill the Warlock Engineer. Instantly create a laboratory building. What is that? Can I see what that is? I think it's a special building, so I don't think I'm actually going to see it here. But that completely kills them, which probably is better use, but where do I put them? With that said, if I want to put them anywhere, I might actually just put in Numis there. A good central area to kind of expand my network. I get to see what's going on with these things. Savage Orcs as a bonus. But it seems like we got our work cut out for us still. There is still a lot that needs to be done. And I should have upgraded that because, yeah, upgrading the harbor or the docks would have been really good. Alright, they're attacking the settlement. And I don't think I'm even going to bother with this. Let's lose the settlement there. Maybe another issue that I had with my engagement is maybe I should just wait, so that way I could have got more clan rats to kind of serve as a buffer too, with Menace below. But that settlement was lost. If I had upgraded, maybe I could have done a little bit better. That was something that did not cross my mind. Now, settlement raised, that's fine. Intensive training's done for night runners. That's all fine. Let's finish this up by crushing this settlement here. And now you are pretty much almost as powerful as you can be. This is a level 3 settlement, so they do have walls, I believe. So I don't think crushing this is gonna... Actually, no, it's not walled. I think that's an extra building they need to make. Ooh, weapon strength 10%. I think I know who I'm giving that to. And the melee attack can go to my assassin, right? Although both their melee strengths are really damn good. With that said, and we have a lot of new toys to play with. We have census bearers. We got Doom players. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with them. And there are a lot of troops, but what we've seen before, I can win this. And what I've seen is I think I'm going to upgrade the settlement as much as I can to kind of fortify it. Especially if I can get walls for it before Grimgore's army gets here. I don't think I want to burn that much money though, but what am I at currently? 88%. So I will drop down unless I get a lot of food from this fight, which I probably could. Now, let's avenge our fallen comrade, who is probably going to betray me anyway, let's be honest. It's always inevitable. Either way. Oh, that's the Wog ability. And it's map wide. At least this time I have spellcasters to obliterate them. They got nothing. They are going to be screwed, but let's be mindful of what they have. I am really excited now for these battles to come. I just gotta be very careful about dealing with Grimgore. But if I succeed in crushing his army, this goblin horde is gonna have almost nothing to them. I'm pretty certain. At least they're gonna be pretty damn close. And they are defending, so I don't get the convenience of kind of engaging them. Or at least seeing where they're deployed or what the army is. But I'm pretty certain they don't have actual siege weaponry. So again, with my warp lightning, I just let them come to me. I'm just trying to figure out if there's really a high ground vantage point I can take advantage of. And I'm really excited to see what these guys do. Let's have a look at them. They're Regiment of Renown, of course, but they're armor-piercing, so they're meant for fighting other big targets, I think. No, they're anti-infantry, never mind. So Black Orcs, things like that, they would be great against. The best defense is a good offense, right? Yeah, plus armor when they're in combat. I don't know if they're supposed to stay in combat. If I'm completely honest, 60 charged bonus seems like they would do better at actually hit and run attacks, but that could also be due to the buff, the map-wide kind of buff going on. Storm Vermin, you are there. I see Rat Ogres, you get in position. You're just gonna be on the opposite angle. And we have quite a complex army too. And I could send the assassin in the back. He does have stock, he could do it. But I need a bodyguard for Queek after all, even if the Council Guard probably fits that role better. Actually, let the Council Guard protect Queek. We'll have you do something about sneaking and stabbing, but since they're AI, it's probably not going to work as well as I like to think. We will see. You guys group 2, we still have to organize you with that said. And let's see, Storm Vermin. For now, you just protect the Warp Lightning. They're going to be pretty good at crushing armor. Anything large at least. Rat Ogres are on the flank, are on the side here. I need to change their group. Going to be tricky to control all this, so I'm really going to have to think of my hotkeys a bit. If only a little bit. I could just switch these guys. Who? I'm trying to think. Yeah. This is something I'll have to think after recording to see how to mess with my control groups a little bit more. As Doom players are going to be a lot of fun, but I need to watch them quite well. Census Bears, you hang back. Spears, you watch my flank. And Halberds in the middle for anything that causes problems. Now where's my Plague Priest? There. Alright, what can I shoot at that has big arc? Well, they're not moving anywhere just yet. They're just aware of my assassin, I suppose, because they can see everything like AI tend to do. And I don't have gunner runners, sadly. Kind of harass them as much as I like, but
Quick! Ready, ready, and
that should be okay for now. This is a good opportunity to practice, and it gives me an opportunity. I should change my angle, kind of like at a 45-degree set like this. Kind of like how I do with Battlefleet Gothic a little bit. It makes it a lot easier to see the field of battle. Now trolls, I can harass the trolls, but I'm not very good at harassing said trolls. I did not want you to move, dang it.
moving. Yes, superior one.
I thought I selected everyone but them, to be honest, and we are almost in range.
New victim.
As soon as I start hitting with the warp lightning, they're not going to have much of a choice.
Scurry.
They have the good speed, so let's keep an eye on them.
What orders? Your contract's out. Doom player.
They're getting scared. I wonder if I move the warp lightning up a bit. Because I can move some of my army up and slow them down. I'm just surprised they're not coming at me. But that's fine. We will just move up a tiny bit to get a better angle. And rat ogres are kind of not hidden even though they're behind trees.
Snicked the apprentice.
No. Doomflayers, you go have your fun there. This is a much easier way to see the battlefield as a whole. Maybe not like positioning the best. And this is just low ground slope.
Warp lightning cannon.
I'm wondering if I could... Yeah, because this is a high ground slope, I can't really shoot the best.
Quick head taker.
Can I go over here, as this gives me a little more high ground?
Hasten, hurry.
Since once my Doomflayer or once my siege weaponry can engage them, I should be okay, but I am very mindful of the chariots, which honestly is part of the reason why I should use them to bait the chariots into the warp lightning throwers. I like this though. The AI is being cautious. Very damn cautious, but I think once I actually engage them, and I actually need to run with these. Although it might not matter with the warp lightning thrower to be fair, because they can't really run. But once I start forcing them to go after the gunner runners and night runners, then they can fly into the crosshairs or run into the crosshairs of my warp lightning. I am okay with this. I just gotta make sure I have a proper angle.
Guide us forward.
All in good time. I think I have better range than them too. So I can harass the archers even relatively safely.
Ashen slinger.
I just need them to be supported.
Assassin.
Now once they're in position, because I want them kind of on a slope, but there's not really much of a slope, is there? We are almost in position though. Yeah, and they're all pretty much fresh. Because there's not a lot going on.
Assassinate. We obey.
Yep, they're rotating the army, that's fine.
It shall be done.
Goblin Big Boss, I'm just wondering what can I attack? I can attack really anything I want. So let the slingers open up and force an engagement. And then hopefully my slingers can force them into a bad engagement.
Quick, quick! Advance retreat! We obey! Murder, kill, kill!
Let's see what happens here. Do a little bit of damage, back off. Let's get the chariots to come after me. Very interesting type of battle. I don't know how this is to watch, but force something out of them in the meantime.
Night runners! Yes, master! Scurry!
Sadly, with all the chariots and everything around, and I don't have concealment bomb either on this assassin, kind of to serve for escape plan. Oh, they're getting tired of this.
Quick, quick!
Actually, where do I want the Doom players to go? Really attacking, like, anything large, maybe, but they're meant for infantry. And, speaking of which, I want to engage chariots. As you are meant to fight large units, although, shoot the river trolls, that'd be perfect.
Rick-a-rack! Attack! Charge! Rances! What orders? Agreed. Yes, yes. Agreed. Yes, yes.
Miss below can take the hits there. I can have the ogres kind of counter fight.
Doom player!
They're sadly
Spears!
not doing very well there.
Yes, yes.
And I've kind of just rushed in there, kind of carelessly, aren't I? But fight is being had. Now,
Blind scouts!
I need storm vermin over here. We're fighting the trolls off. We're fighting them off. Doom flayers are probably not working the best there.
Storm vermin!
But
For clan! Faster, faster!
just group them up and then get a lot of damage in on my plague, ideally. If I can pull that off there, although they're not taking the bait.
Storm vermin! Yes, good,
Nope, rat ogres aren't doing a whole lot. Gonna have to fix that. Halberds are killing the wagons there.
Go, get ready!
Nope. Get over there. Help with the census bearers.
Spread past the land!
And I'm trying to figure out where to prioritize my weaponry.
Blood with hell! Yes! Slay enemy foe!
Where are the black orcs? Although there's a lot of boys here still.
Law of pestilence!
Halberds are doing well. They're not with Queek though, so let's keep that in mind.
Quick head taker! Like cast!
Clan rats are about to die.
At once, master!
Let's keep that in mind. Trolls are getting crushed. Where are chariots though? I want to fire up more chariots like you.
Die, die! At once! Very good, master!
Alright, they're in the thick of it there with the archers, which I think is pretty good. I don't know if that's true. Again, I'm a little uncertain how these Doom Flayers are supposed to work.
Doom player!
But we can get more clan rats, which sadly these clan rats aren't working.
Die, die, die!
Alright, they cleaned up there. Clean up there. How are we doing on spells? I'm just trying to figure out what's the best spell to cast. But the buff there's good. Okay, these guys are doing alright. And I think we need help with the dealing with the black orcs, as they are still pretty fresh. Oh, Doomflayer's getting wrecked there. Hopefully they did their damage, that was worth it, as I was not paying attention the most to them. Now, we do have a warlord there, which I would like to kill. Where's Queek? Alright. You know what to do, Queek. Get in there, fight everything, poison everything. Weaken, debilitate, and figure out... Oh, I thought you were up there, Queeks. That's why I buffed all that. Halberds need to go over there and support. That is unfortunate, but hopefully the buffs are still ongoing to help with damaging them. Now go in there, support Queek. Oh yeah, I did send Queek to kind of go after the Black Orcs at one point, didn't I? That would explain that a bit. Also, we have some Black Orcs here to kill still. Alright, Queek, how are you doing? Well, the Lord's cowering, that's all I could tell you. Black Orcs have been defeated. Now crush them down and demolish them, and they are wogging. Let's keep that in mind. I can't blast them with Pestilin, but I can blast them with Pestilin. Good. I don't know what Queek's doing. Well, go after this war boss, that would be great. Great use of your time there. Victory's nearly ours. We just gotta crush these range units that are being a thorn on my side. Oh. We got units over here that need to fight as well, but thankfully I have units for that. Maybe not a lot of units, but I have units for it. I would like you to go after him. Quick, finish off that goblin war boss. There we go. They are shattered. Get to the fighting. Victory is ours. That was definitely different. I really like it. Although it was still costly. I think I lost one full clan rat squad. Maybe two. But hopefully if I can fortify this and get some walls up, I should be able to take on anything that comes at me. Outside of like a massive army of Grimgor. Yeah, unless Grimgor himself comes with his entire wog, I should be able to deal with anything that he has to throw at me. I just need to get the walls built up though. And hopefully with enough food, I should be good. I did lose one full clan rat squad.
Take still, make quick rich.
How much food? 20?
Riches, now quick city.
I like this.
Stab, die, die.
Killed. There. They are completely wrecked.
Mighty warrior champion.
And I need to get walls on this settlement quickly. It's going to take me about 5 turns to get said wall. I don't think I need these. It unlocks recruitment. What I would like is more garrison. Ideally. As Queek is probably going to be stuck fortifying here for a while.
Should kill when get chance.
Now, do I think I do want to increase his resilience some. At least that will be a high priority. And hopefully I can use this engineer to slow down some of Grimgor's army. That would actually be kind of useful here. But for now, we got a lot of work in store for us. It is looking likely. And I have a lot of wealth at least, so I can replenish nicely, really easily. Just, again, trying to figure out what to build. Actually, yeah, there, that was what I want to get there. We can upgrade this in case they decide to come to my back door. That'll increase my garrison quite heavily enough. And then I'll save the rest of my money for restocking on Queek, or at least building up his army a bit.
More head skulls.
I'm going to need global recruitment, but I only lost a clan rat squad. But I'm not against getting something bigger since I did lose an actual unit. Should I seriously consider getting rid of the night runners for more gutter runners? That would actually not be a terrible idea to get them improved, especially with the stock trait. Actually, these are things I will consider for next episode. We have gone on for a while, but my, what an episode it was. I am getting more and more excited as this continues on. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.